Aloha. Coming to you live, South Funk, Ohio. Junk Ass Barbecue headquarters. Beautiful day. Green, sunny, warm. It got up to like almost 90 today. But we're going to do a little grilling today. Show you what we got going on. So we got a couple things we're going to grill today. One of them includes a Porterhouse Steak and a small, like, you know, not horribly small, but a pretty good size, probably a couple pound boneless pork loin that I thawed out on Sunday. The key with that is don't let it sit in the fridge too long, because you know, it will go bad eventually. So it's good to get it cooked within a couple days of thawing out. I had it in the freezer. So got the old Weber kettle. I got the bigger of the two charcoal chimneys out today. We just got this lit, so we're going to let it get white hot. Obviously using Kingsford today. Good charcoal briquettes. A lot of times you can find it on sale at Home Depot. You get two for whatever, $9. But anyhow, while I'm letting this burn, gonna go inside and get something to drink, because it's hot. Good talk. Slight cloud cover fell over the vicinity, as you can see. Still good to wear your sunglasses, because you still get UV rays through the clouds. So fun science facts for you for the day. As you can see over here, we got a nice glow going on in the old charcoal. So it's coming along nicely, but we want those tops of those charcoal briquettes to be nice and white hot. The one thing I do like about Kingsford charcoal briquettes, they burn evenly. Again, I want the tops to be white before I flip it, dump it on the grate. I did give a old fresh dump to the grill here, so that it lets the air permeate up through the vent holes in the bottom. I have them set about right, so we got to have good airflow to keep the charcoal rolling. Ready to dump here in a few. Low flying aircraft. Can you see it? Nope. Oh, it's kind of overexposed on me. Bastard. So anyway, in the background, I got, while I was letting the stuff get hot, the charcoal, I was inside seasoning up the pork loins. It's about 3 pounds total pork loins, 1.5 pounds per tenderloin. So those of you who don't know, the tenderloins are supposedly the inside backstraps of a hog. So they are the right size, apparently. They were 2 per package. So I got them seasoned up with some Weber rub, and then I got the old Porterhouse Steak seasoned with your old standby, what is it? Lowry's seasoning salt. So since it was hot out, I did get me the beverage choice, which is Kentucky bourbon, and today added water to it because it's important on these hot days to stay hydrated. And I found in doing this in the past that you don't have a headache or anything if you tear into a whole bunch of them. Today I'm only having one, because it is a school night, boys and girls, and I want to be worth the shit tomorrow. So, hey, back with you here. Come check out the tops of these coals real quick. They're white like we want them. Okay, I'm gonna put on gloves because this can get hot, and I have burnt myself before, so I don't want that to happen again because she's hot. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and grab it. This is the support handle, so you both hand it. I'm just gonna dump it. Oh, I want to try to keep it on one side of the grill because I want a hot zone and I want a cold zone. Okay, put that down there. Oh, cool, and we're good to go. So I want to show you what I did here. Got the foil and I double layered it in a glass bowl. So I covered up the steak, isolated the seasonings for that separate, and then underneath I got the pork loins. They're juicing up real nice, well seasoned. It's time to throw it on. Kind of clean fork, put it on with a fork, take it off with tongs. I'm going to put it on and move on with life. Over here, I got a hot side and a not so hot side. We're going to start off with the pork loins on the hot side, get a good crisp bark on them because we're doing them over charcoal. And then we're going to put the steak on the slow side, let it roll a little bit, and rock and roll. So I'm going to put it on, be back with you. So this is what she looks like. I'm going to bake these on the hot side. Then I'm going to go get my tools to constantly rotate. And then when we get closer, what I'll do is I'll get a good crisp on these. And then the key with these thick cuts of meat, we want to go ahead and put them on the low heat after we get a good burn on them. Then I'll take this steak, Porterhouse, move it over here, get the good grill marks, yank it off. So we're going to cover them up. Went ahead and pulled the steak off. She's juicy, she's good, medium, ready to roll. Over here, I got the pork loins back over high heat. Did a little switcherooning to finish cooking the steak up. Now I will probe these pork loins once they get closer to being done. I want them a cool 165 degrees. That is the proper cooked temperature for pork. So it turns out these didn't take as long to cook as I thought they would. They got a nice bark, and I'm poked in right there in the fattiest fat portion there, the largest portion in there. Checking out 178. We're going to check the other one just to make sure. And then obviously the gauge indicator on this is the narrow part there at the bottom. Stick that right in this, right in the middle there. And you can see they jump right up. 165 done on pork. We're topping out 174. And that's done. So I didn't think it was going to be too horribly long, so I'm going to go get a plate and get them pulled off. Jared Sigler signing off on another episode of Junk Ass Barbecue. This video is going to be on the end of all my videos now. I decided to generalize a little bit. So if you like what you see, give me a like, give me a share, subscribe, tell your friends, and we'll see you next time. Live from South Funk, Ohio. Peace out.